Josh with EquippedToSurvive.com, and I'm going to do a review of the food insurance 2-week emergency food supply. I ordered this recently, and this is actually going to be a 1-week food supply because I intend on sharing this with my wife. But this is advertised as the 2-week emergency food supply. There's a couple of others that are 2-week food supplies. One of them includes, I forget the exact names of them, one of them includes a backpack. The other one, I think is like $250, includes a backpack and also some first aid supplies. I didn't need those other items, so I just got the food. And so here it is, all stripped down, no backpack, no first aid. As you can see, it's wrapped up in this nice reflective bag. It has a shelf life, supposedly, of 7 to 10 years, probably depending on temperature, where you store it and everything, but I like how it comes in this reflective bag. So I'm not really sure what the contents, how they're packaged and everything. I'm hoping that they are also sealed individually in foil, because I don't want to compromise. I don't necessarily plan on eating all of this, but I am going to open it up because this is going to be as much a surprise for me as it is for you. So let's open her up here and see what we got. One thing I will say right off the bat that would be nice is if when they sealed this up in this foil, if it was a resealable container. It had a Ziploc on it. Alright, now this is a surprise to me right off the bat. I'm opening it up and I'm finding something very familiar. I kind of expected the food insurance food to be its own brand. Very interesting. I did not realize, maybe it says that somewhere on the site, that it's bagged up Mountain House foods. I don't know if I've actually had Mountain House, but I've had some similar, and I've actually enjoyed them on camping trips, canoe trips, kayaking, but that's my first surprise right off the bat. So it's Mountain House food. I think, let's see here, we got rice and chicken. We've got beef stroganoff with noodles, more beef stroganoff with noodles. Here we've got some oatmeal, dry mix. I'm not sure, this is from dailybread.com, so another company altogether, I believe. Chicken rotini, and more chicken rotini, creamy chicken rotini. Lasagna with meat sauce. Let's pull it out here. Lasagna with meat sauce. We got some chocolate protein shakes. These are again by Daily Bread. Okay, now I've got something here with a label on it that's actually got foodinsurance.com on it. Multi-grain white rice. And it looks like they listened to me. This one actually does have a resealable top on it, so that's nice. We've got food insurance granola, so that's their own packaging there, looks like. This is a whole giant packet of orange powder power electrolyte drink mix. Get some power there. So that's also got a Ziploc top and more of the orange power electrolyte drink mix. So that is pretty much the contents of what's in here. And I think we're going to actually, Aaron and I are going to try a combo out here for dinner tonight and see how it tastes. So I'll include that here in just a little bit. So thanks for watching. Keep on watching, and we'll show you how these turn out. Basically, now that I've got these things out of the package, there were some surprises for me, some interesting things. I have 2 issues that immediately came to mind. First of all, the whole packet is sold as having a shelf life unopened of 7 to 10 years, which is great. Once I opened up the items, though, I realized that the items inside had different varying shelf lives. For example, the Mountain House items, which is going to be your primary supply for lunch and dinner, those actually have the shortest shelf life. They're 7 years, which is still great and everything, don't get me wrong. But some of the other items, the daily bread items, for example, the creamy chicken rotini, the oatmeal, the protein shakes, they have written on the outside 25-year worry-free food storage, okay? So even better than 7 years, obviously. And the other items here by Food Insurance, they're long grain white rice. There's nothing real fancy or special about that, I wouldn't imagine. The orange drink powder and the vegetarian granola, those don't have a expiration date or shelf life listed on them at all. So just so that everybody knows that the Mountain House has 7 years, the items from Daily Bread are 25 years, and these other items unknown. So just to get that out there for information purposes. The other thing I find interesting too is another consideration is portions and servings. There's always a little bit of a game with whether it's Food Insurance or some of the other vendors that you can buy these from. They play off of serving sizes. We all know that serving sizes aren't necessarily what we're used to, which is, we're going to have to adapt for that in a survival situation. One thing I don't really like is with the Mountain House, for example, this package includes, it makes 4 servings. Now, that may be great for a family of 4, but if you've got a family of 2, like myself, now we're either going to eat all this all at once, which we may do, or we're going to break this up, preferably into 2 meals. And in a survival situation where you don't have a refrigerator, you can't get bags of ice and a cooler, just something to consider. So maybe an idea would be to break this open and divide it in 2, so you're making 2 servings at a time. Then it gets a little tricky because then you're going to have to, of course, divide the water amount in half. So just some things to think about when you're considering your family, their needs. If you aren't going to have 4 people eating at a time, you may want to consider buying, like this one for example, serves 2. And I'm betting a lot of the Mountain House dinners do serve just 2. So it's great that Food Insurance kind of puts this kit together, but kind of like a survival kit. A lot of times these things are better when you put them together yourself. You get exactly what you like, the tools that you're familiar with, better quality, your preferences. So this may be one of those situations again where you're better off buying individual Mountain House items, entrees, buying different Daily Bread items and putting together your own kit, as opposed to getting the full package from Food Insurance. Okay, I think this is a pretty good buy. Maybe it's about $160 for 2 weeks worth of food for 1 person, or 1 week's worth of food for 2 people. But just some things to consider. Thanks for watching. Josh with QuickToSurvive.com. Thanks.